This is BBC News in England. My name is Richard Brown. I'm sorry for interrupting you with this additional newscast, but unexplainable things have happened. Some animals have taken control of our farm and they have chased the humans away. Isn't that right, Lindsay?
Yes, that's right. And luckily we didn't get to talk to the leader of this catastrophe, but we got to talk to one of the pigs, and that is Squealer. He wasn't able to meet us, but we got a phone interview. He's gonna tell us a bit about the outstanding news that happened just a few hours ago. Still, we don't know much about the situation on the farm. All we know is that the animals are starting to attack the humans. And we are afraid that this is only getting worse and that this is just the beginning. Animals are starting to attack the humans and nobody knows why. Hello, Squealer. Thank you for allowing us to have this interview with you. We're just having some questions about what happened under the riot. What was the reason for this riot on Manor Farm?
Well, you probably think this is unfair about just go against the human, but look at our situation. What would you do if you knew you get that much food as you needed? And I don't mean what you want, but what you actually need. Mr. Jones has been drunk for days. He has forgotten to feed us day after day. The cows have not been milked for a very long time. Every day we are set to work and being beaten by whips. So I guess you could say that we have been treated really badly. We couldn't take it any longer. It was time to make it stop. And by the way, it's called Animal Farm from now.
How did you banish the humans from the farm?
We animals are actually very clever. We made a strategy and held on to it so it would work. We are stronger than the humans. All of the animals did a very good job, and all of them participated. We just couldn't take it any longer. How could we just sit around and be treated like shit? We want to be treated with respect and love, so don't blame us for doing what we thought was the only thing to do. And we actually recommend every animal on the other farms to do the same thing.
Well, I guess that's all from Squealer now. But it looks like Emily reached the owner of the farm.
Yes, that's right, Lindsay. I'm standing here with the owner, Mr. Jones. He was the owner of Manor Farm, now called Animal Farm. So, Mr. Jones, tell us a bit about the situation.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on yet. I just got back from the farm and the animals were attacking me. I was trying to get the farm back and the animals under control, but it was impossible. The first thing I saw when I got there was a pig running towards me. I think it was the one that I called Snowball. I pointed my gun at them, but before I got to shoot, I was down. I remember my horse Boxer was stabbing me in the back. My only thought was to get on my feet and run. While I was running, I looked back and I noticed that my men were right behind me with the animals in the heels. When we got away, we could still see a bit of the farm, and I'm almost certain that I could see a dog in my house.
Well, Mr. Jones, why do you think the animals would do this?
Well, the animals are crazy. They don't know what they are doing. They will not live a long life without me. They will be dead in a few weeks, and then I will get my farm back. The animals, it never really works so well for me after all.
Emily, that is just nonsense. Tell him that you know everything about the way he treated his animal, that it was he who did a bad job all this time. Tell him that if only he had treated the animal with some love and respect, this never would have happened.
So, Mr. Jones, is that really what you're going to say? You know you're only making fun of yourself. I know about your drinking problem, and I know that you never take care of the animals. This is your own fault. Mr. Jones, don't you have anything to say? This is some really serious accusation that are thrown at you. Don't you have any comment?
No comments.
And there you have it, the truth of what is really happening on Animal Farm. My name is Emily Jameson. Over to you, Richard.
Thank you, Emily. and now we are going over to the Russian Revolution that take a drastic change. The provincial government have replaced the Tsar. We have our expert with us today, Sophie Rose. Welcome.
Thank you.
What can you say about this revolution? How it developed and how the condition for the people is right now?
Well, the conditions are not good at all after the provisional government had taken over the Tsar. It is very hard to get any kind of food in the stores. And many have started to breaking into the food store to provide for their families.
So it's a critical time they enter.
Yes, that's correct.
Early this year, we had a revolution in February. It was called the February Revolution. Now we are in October, and a new revolution has begun. Is this called the October Revolution?
Yes, I'm sure many will say that this revolution, which is taking place in Russia today, is led by Lenin. He is leading the revolution on the ideas of Karl Marx. Many know Karl Marx for his fighting against divided people between the rich and the poor. His political ideology had got a name called Marxism, which is associated to the communism.
Our time has started to run out. We thank you so much, Sophie Rose, for coming here to tell us about the situation in Russia. My name is Richard Brown, and I wish you a pleasant evening. This is BBC News England. Goodbye and farewell.
Beasts of England, beasts of Ireland, beasts of every land and claim, hearken to my cheerful tide of the golden future time. Sooner or later